Hello everyone, it's H here, and today we're looking at a time analysis of Bitcoin's history. So this video is going to be all about the BLX chart or the Bitcoin Liquid Index chart, and we're looking at some history basically of Bitcoin. Let's start with these date ranges that we have here. These are basically looking at the history, how Bitcoin and where Bitcoin has created its peaks and where it has created its lows. Again, the chart of BLX is ranging back from 2010. That's where I have put my first low at. We don't have the first high anywhere close here, but this is the first high that I got. You can see that we have had more of these lows than the highs as full cycles, because we haven't finished this up moving cycle or the bull run yet. These here are the averages of each cycle and how long it is. So this is averaging the size of all the price or the time ranges here. This also reveals another secret here, which could be trying to predict the low of, well, the next large low. But let's focus on the other one first, which is also the top. So again, this is averaging only 2 of these cycles and averaging around to October 2025 as the high. Again, it doesn't go into too detail, or I shouldn't go too detail into the dates, but October or late October 2025 is where, based on this historical data, we would have the top. Am I agreeing with that? Well, that is quite a long time from now. That's all I'm saying for now. Let's check out also these. This is basically looking and comparing the previous cycle length pivoted from here. So basically this is done with the trend-based Fib time tool, basically pivoting from, or using this amount of time pivoting again from here, and also using the same thing over here onwards, and this is where it lands. The average is exactly in the middle of these two, because again there's just 2 cycles. Same thing at the bottom, however there are 3 cycles, so there's 3 lines. And how we could have predicted this previous bottom as well is looking at the previous cycles, so these 2 previous cycles, and pivoting it from here. So let's take a look at how that happens. So using the trend-based Fib time tool, looking at it from bottom to another bottom and pivoting that from here, and also from a bottom to another bottom and pivoting it from that same place. And you can see that this is the area where we would be looking for a low. Well, that happened exactly where it was, around this, or between these 2 areas. So again, there is some validity to this, even with predictability, even with just these 2 previous cycles. Again, you can be saying this is a presidential cycle or the 4-year cycle, however you want to be calling it. This is just based on data. We could be also talking about how much each of these cycles have come down to, and how much they can come down based on history basically. But what we have seen already here is that if we are comparing this previous rise, 12,000% to the rise from 2019 to 2021 to 2K, it's not linear, because this is 1/6 of a rise here in comparison. At the moment, we have already risen 500%. That is more than the 1/6. So there is something that it's not, again, it's not as easy to predict. how much and where again the top is. Surprise, surprise, nobody knows. But again, it's just not something that you can predict. I just wanted to point that out because I've seen some very certain numbers, but again, there is that. Now, if we are not talking about the time, let's take a look at what I have with Elliott Wave. So overall, there's so many different ways of labeling this with Elliott Wave. I'm not going to be arguing with you how you want to be labeling this. This is the way I have my main setup. This is super bullish. I know, yes. It could have been that we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and that we just crash. We didn't. We have now created a potential 5-way move here locally, which is not done. So how am I labeling this? Well, there's a couple of different ways of looking at this, and based on like ETH, where you cannot draw a diagonal here, you would have a very bullish count where this would be a 1, 2. This would be another 1, 2. Oops, not minute, but minuet. This would be another 1, 2. And then you would have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So this would be just a third. Then looking for 4th wave, 5th wave, 3rd wave, 4th wave, 5th wave, and you get the point. There's a lot of different degrees to go if you want to be the most bullish. You could also have here on Bitcoin a diagonal and have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then create a 4 and a 5th, and then that would be the end of the cycle. Where would be the alt run then? I'm not quite sure. But based on the time analysis that we have here, there's still so much more time. And this would indicate and fit more into the super bullish cycle where we would have loads of different 4s and 5s. This would be giving us more and more time and go towards more of the highs that we have here. Other way of looking at this is that again we do get an extension on 5th, but again we're nowhere near even the start of these, and we are doing all of these should be again something like this. So each previous or lower degree structure should be again smaller in time as well. And these 4s and 5s that we would be gathering here would be the areas where we would have alts start to gather speed and get that alt season. I think that is pretty much all I wanted to talk about. The area of interest for me would be still holding long, but I'm definitely taking profits once these Elliott Wave cycles are starting to fade out and my options are getting more and more limited. I'm still not trusting this too much, this time analysis, but use it if you can trust it, backtest it yourself and see if you can come up with any other count than this kind of very bullish one. But I think that's where I'm going to be leaving this video too. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and see you again back soon. Bye bye.